I decided to experience my cultural plunge by taking a ride on the Detroit Department of Transportation, or DDOT bus, which began at the Rosa Parks Transit Center in downtown Detroit. With a price tag of $22.5 million and built in 2009, this is a great facility.
One of the things we wanted to do was to give it presence, was to give it height, was to give it some pop. We didn't cover everything in stainless steel. The floors are clean and gleaming. We've got nice finishes all around. What we have is a modern facility that has curved forms and angular forms and hard surfaces and soft surfaces, all trying to work together to create a diverse facility.
Diverse is a good word in terms of mixed-use architecture. However, my first cultural enlightenment was the lack of real connection with the civil rights icon after who it was named.
Born the eldest of two children in 1913, Rosa Louise McCauley was raised on her grandparents' farm in Pine Level, Alabama. As a child, Rosa was exposed to the realities of segregation. She walked to school daily because the elementary school bus system prohibited black students from riding.
History is peculiar. It places gifted and talented women and men in situations where they must make a choice. The choice she made was on the afternoon of the 1st of December, 1955, on a bus as she was going home from her seamstress job in a department store in Montgomery, Alabama.
Rosa, along with 3 other black passengers, were told to give up their seats to a white male passenger. She refused and was arrested.
The second disconnect was the stories of why some needed the bus despite concerns about long waits and security.
Get out the bus, I'm looking for my phone. My phone gone, somebody took my phone out of my pocket.
That's crazy. You come out here on the weekday.
Oh, you'll get your story.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to catch this bus. Having talked to a couple of people, it was time to start my journey. As you can imagine, recognizing how many men were boarding the bus was my first observation.
Hey, that's the only way you can look at it and make sure that it's bad as hell.
What'd you go so ride this place?
It's looking different.
What fitting? The whole row. What'd you tell me?
It's for me.
Why have to do that? Why can't we say
All aboard, and we're headed toward Woodward Avenue. As we left downtown, the bus was filled with about 20 passengers. Stop after stop, riders got off and on. I could only imagine the thoughts going through different passengers' minds, as there wasn't a lot of talking going on. As for me, the heat was causing me to sweat, and coupled with the continuous stop and go, I started to feel nauseous. As people got off of the bus, it was good to see that they were near stores and shopping. However, I can only imagine what that must be like. Say when you have to carry groceries or go to the laundromat via the bus. Much to my surprise, there was no loud music, no senior citizens being harassed, no smell of marijuana being smoked in the back of the bus. Just people trying to make it to wherever they're trying to go. In the end, it was very noticeable that there was a difference between the mentality of the people that use the bus system and those that have plans for others to use a faster, more efficient form of public transportation, which could continue to produce an additional inferiority complex between the haves and have-nots.
Our firm, as well as other firms, are working on proposals to try to get light rail. We would like that light rail to work with the transit center here, because you've got the people mover providing a solid connection right at the core, and the buses which disperse out into the hinterlands. But if we could get it coming down Michigan Avenue, then we would like to make a connection right here. It is one of the puzzle pieces that is going to allow us to have a sustainable society.
I think Mrs. Parks unexpectedly had greatness thrust upon her. I think she was born for it, and I do think she achieved it. You see what I mean? But had she not, of that particular day, said, "I'm not moving, my feet hurt," we would have a different nation and a different world.
Thank you, Mrs. Parks.